Snowpack is an essential resource for large fractions of the world's population. In many areas of the Northern Hemisphere, we depend on snowpack for capturing water during the cold season when it falls as snow, and then gradually releasing that water during the warm season. And that water runs in rivers into reservoirs and then gets used for people to drink, for agriculture, and natural ecosystems are also very dependent on that stream flow. A key unknown in terms of the response of snow to global warming has been how will the extremes of snow accumulation and snow melt change as global warming increases. What is new about our research is that we've looked at the extremes of snow accumulation and the extremes of snowmelt runoff. So we've asked how often going forward in the future does the average year occur for what the average was over the recent decades. And we've also asked how often does the extreme year occur. And what we found is one, that with even moderate levels of global warming, what we expect over the next 3 to 5 decades, the occurrence of low snow years becomes very common. We also find that the occurrence of extremely low snow years becomes much more frequent. If we look, for example, at the western US, and more specifically at California, we really depend on the snow that falls during the winter, say in the Sierra Nevada, for example, not only for a natural flood control that catches that water and keeps it in the mountains, but then also all of the agriculture in California is highly dependent on that runoff during the warm season. In southeast Eurasia, there are billions of people who live downstream of the greater Himalaya, and much of that of the fresh water that they depend on is coming from the mountains. What we've done here is we've animated some of the results from the paper, and this is one of the key results, which is the percentage of years where the spring snowpack falls below the minimum of the last 3 decades. And what you see here over the western US is that as we march through this scenario of the future with increasing greenhouse gas concentrations, the occurrence of these extremely low snow years increases, and increases over much of the United States, but particularly in the mountainous areas of the western US. These kinds of changes in snowmelt have potentially very acute implications for people and ecosystems living in these regions. In addition to increasing risk of flood during the winter, we also are finding that there's an increasing risk of a water deficit from runoff just when people and ecosystems and farmers are most dependent on that runoff from the snowpack.